Hi, everyone, and welcome to Barefoot with Spirit podcast show. I'm your host, Leanne, the Barefoot Medium, and I'm incredibly excited to connect with you and to be able to bring you channeled information from Spirit, Source, and the Divine to inspire you to transform your experiences, to consciously manifest what your soul needs, wants, and desires, and to connect in with your intuition and spirit. Now, before we get started on this month's episode, I'd like to really take a moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I stand and to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. And I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and First Nations people around the globe who may be connecting in and listening to this episode or watching this episode. And as I do that, I'd like to invite you and take a moment to invite you to kick off your shoes and to take a few deep breaths into your heart space and really allow yourself to be present as you tune in or watch this episode. And I want you to imagine yourself stepping into this container, this sacred space where we can have a connected and deep, intimate conversation on the topic of the power of letting go. And I was guided to talk to you this month about the power of letting go because we're working with a beautiful full moon energy. And full moon energies are all about releasing, letting go, wrapping up, completions, or finishing things off. So it's a beautiful time for us to work with the universal energies that are presenting themselves and to allow the power of that energy to support us as we move through. Now, when you begin stepping into a journey of learning more about yourself, whether it's through self-love or wanting to connect more with your authentic self or stepping into a spiritual journey or spiritual development, one of the things that you may hear people talk about or say to you is let go. Oh my God, what even does that mean? What are you being asked to do? And if you're anything like me, when I first started my journey, I would often go to development circles or meditation circles. And one of the messages I would get was let go. And I had no idea what that even meant. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. How do I do that? What does that mean? I'm a very practical person, right? So I had no idea what that meant. And I often have clients who come to see me, whether it's through readings or coaching, where they have goals, wishes, dreams, desires, or things they want to achieve in life or to manifest, whether it's around love, relationships, business, finance, health and well-being, or simply about finding themselves again and connecting to themselves, as well as connecting to their intuition and spirit. Now, spirit will sometimes guide me to share with them or to invite them to step into a process of releasing and letting go of thought patterns that may be coming up, whether it's stories, negative thoughts, or ways of thinking in the world. Old, heavy emotions, so emotional baggage from experiences or relationships in the past, fears around whether it's around success or not having enough, or fear of being worthy or valued or loved, or patterns of behaving in the world or ways of being in the world, whether that's procrastination, overthinking, stress, or impatience, that no longer serve or support them on their journey to creating or manifesting or embracing the life it is that they want, or that their soul needs and desires. Now, when I share that with clients, some of the most common things that I hear in response is, I thought I had. I've already done that work. I've already let it go. I didn't know I didn't know I had to, or I don't know how, or it's easier said than done. And yeah, I absolutely get it, and I absolutely agree. And I'm sure there's many other things that people have said to me over the years. And I'm sure as you're listening and tuning into this episode, there are many things that you will notice that you've said as you've been invited to step into a process of letting go and releasing. So, what I thought I would do is to share with you some of the most common signs. How do we know that it's time to let go of something? So, what I want to do is share with you first some of the common signs that might be showing up in your everyday world to let you know that you might be holding on, right? Because we can't let go of something if there's not something already existing that we're holding on to too tight. So holding on and letting go hand in hand. They're the balance, the opposite energetically of each other. And some of these things will show up in your world to let you know that it's time to let go and let flow. In other words, let the universe and the divine and spirit and source identify what needs to be in your world, what people, experiences, or situations are in your best and highest good, and let it flow. So the first one is, often if it's time to let it go, you might have that increase of human activity, that busyness or that stress, and find yourself constantly doing something. And, that for me is one of my key signs that, okay, I don't have time to be doing the things that I love and that I'm passionate about. It means I need to take a step back and look at what it is that I'm doing that needs to be released and let go of. Second one is, you're trying to figure out the what's, the how's, the when's, the where's, and the why's of something, whether it's something you're wanting to manifest and create in your world, or something that's you're experiencing, or a situation that's taking place. This is what I call the monkey mind. So if you've got that monkey mind chatter going on, or the overthinking, then, and you're trying to figure it out, and trying is a really key word to notice yourself saying, what do I do? How do I know? When is it the right time? Where do I do? Why do I need to do this? All of those questions are key signs that there's something that needs releasing and letting go of. If you've got feelings of worry and anxiety about the unknown, and that's often a sign that there's a fear there about you being invited to step into something new, and the fear comes up when it's something new and different. Whether you're fretting and feeling guilty about actions you've taken in the past, or things you've done or said or felt, or things that you have not done. So feeling guilty about not doing something. It's also a sign to let go when you're feeling impatient and insisting that things hurry up or should happen faster. I should be here. I should be doing that. So if you're shoulding on yourself, that tells me that there's expectations there. And expectations means that you're holding on to something needing to be a particular way, or needing to have a particular outcome, or needing to happen in a certain time frame, if impatience comes with it, or that you want things to be slower or to stop. Expectations, like I said, of the shoulding, what you or others should do, think, feel or say or achieve is also a sign of needing to let go. Needing to know and control not only the outcome, but how you will get there. And with letting go and letting flow, when we try and control that way, and I use the word try in amongst that, when we try and control the how, we don't open the door to the easier path or the way that the universe wants to bring it to you with ease, grace, and joy, and even love, right? So another sign that it's time to let go is resisting the reality of situations, circumstances, and relationships. So particularly when we're in relationships, this often comes up, is we're unhappy in a relationship, or we're not enjoying the experience, or even a work employment experience or a job, or even our physical selves, our health and well-being. If we're not embracing the reality of the fact that you're unhappy, that you're not passionate about it, or you're not comfortable, then you're resisting the truth of the emotions that are there, or the truth of the experience, situation, or relationship. There's also an opportunity to let go when you're attached to or clinging to a particular person, situation, outcome, or solution. So we could cling to a relationship out of fear, or hold on or be attached to a relationship out of fear of there not being someone else, or fear of being alone, fear of not being loved, supported, valued. Or we can cling or attach ourselves to a job or a work situation out of fear of not having enough money or financial abundance flowing on in. And so that's when we know it's time to release and let go. When we notice that, why am I in this relationship? Why am I in this job? Or why am I in this situation? I have a fear of being alone, or I have a fear of the financial abundance not coming in, or whatever it might be. Anger or frustration, gotta love this one, right? And so many of us have that emotion of anger or frustration that does come up in our world. And it's often when we feel stuck, stagnant, not in our truth, not being who we want to be, and we're not flowing. And frustration and anger are the same emotion, just on a different level of intensity. And they're neither good nor bad. They just are. Now, other signs of needing to let go, or it's time to let go, are things like micromanaging people, situations, and processes. So again, that control pattern. Planning, analyzing, or calculating a way to manipulate an outcome. So you have a particular outcome in mind, and you will plan, analyze, calculate, and make your decisions and choices and take actions in order to get that outcome at whatever cost, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, to yourself or to others. There's also a sign that it's time to let go when you're unwilling to trust and have faith. So when doubt comes up or uncertainty comes up, that's a common sign that there's something to let go of and release. Or the body feels heavy, tired, exhausted, or tight. So, I'm sure all of you have had times in your life where your shoulders or your neck, or you get a headache, or something's going on in your physical body. That's often a sign from the universe, from spirits, from the divine, to say, hey, there's something going on in your world that needs to be released and let go of. There's something that's not working, that's not aligned for you, that's not your highest path, it's not your purpose. So step into releasing and letting go. So what I'd like to do as you're connecting into this episode is invite you to take a moment and think about or recognize which of these common signs might be presenting to you in your world right now. Which of these is the universe giving you, is spirit giving you to say, hey, and tapping you on the shoulder to say, hey, it's time to let go. You're holding on too tight. Where is that? Just take a breath and notice it. Don't judge it. Do you see a pattern in how you hold on and how you get the signs, or what spirit gives you, or what the universe gives you to let you know that it's time to let go? The first step is acknowledging it. So that's the power in letting go. The first step is recognizing and acknowledging that you're holding on and it's time to let go. Now, it's important, in order for you to learn and grow and expand into the fullness of who you are and who you're meant to begin understanding how your body, your mind, and spirit are communicating with you. And to let you know that it's time to let go and let flow, right? So once we're aware of those signs, what do we do next? Well, what we need to be really aware of is that each of those things can be an experience of resistance, okay? So if we have those common signs or messages that it's time to let go, and we resist them or we reject them, and we resist and reject the fears, the thoughts, the patterns of behavior, the relationships, the situations, or the experiences that are bringing up those signs or those common strong emotions or strong experiences, sometimes that just keeps you stuck even more. And it keeps you stuck in situations, experiences, relationships that don't serve you. And it results in you wasting energy, wasting time, energy, resources, and often brings up feelings of fear, loss, pain, and suffering. In other words, think about that really important saying that there is about what you resist persists, right? So if we resist our fears, they're going to keep being there. They're going to keep staying in our physical and energetic bodies, and we're going to keep experiencing them until we stop resisting them, until we acknowledge them, until we look at them. Now, regrets over the past and fears about the future keep you stuck. They limit your perception. They make you tense, unhappy, and obscure or mask your authentic and true self, the divine being that you are. Because in truth, you are love, you are abundant, you are flow, you are the flow. By allowing yourself the space to fully acknowledge what is coming up for you, so those signs that the universe and messages that the universe might be giving you that you're holding on, by fully acknowledging them, it allows you to be able to start the process of releasing the thoughts, releasing the emotions, releasing the experiences and situations from your physical reality, and to finally let them go from your energetic field. Now, remember, letting go doesn't mean you're saying what happened in your past was right, that you're quitting, that you're giving up, or you're depriving yourself of something. It means you're willing to release whatever is associated with it. So we can still have what we dream, what we desire, what we need in life. We can still have that intention there. It's whether we're holding on to it too tight. and really trying to control how and when and why that all unfolds for us. So, what we do is we release it, whatever's associated with it, the thoughts, the emotions, the fears, the sabotage patterns, and we allow the universe, we surrender it, we give it up to the universe, and we allow the universe and your inner being, your higher self, your intuition, your true self to return. We allow you to come back into integrity, come back into alignment with what you desire, what you dream of, what you need in life. And we allow the more positive thoughts, emotions, experiences to emerge. Because when we're holding on, those beautiful, amazing experiences that you're asking the universe to bring you can't come in because your hands are already full. You're already holding on to something that doesn't work and isn't aligned for you. So it's really important to let go and trust that that's part of manifesting and creating what you desire in life. Now, by letting go, you're going to unblock your energy that may be keeping you stuck or experiencing the same situations over and over and over and over and over again. Remember, what you resist persists. So the universe has to keep bringing it back to you until you get it. And some people refer to that as lessons or learnings or whatever that might be. The reality is it's just a part of your energetic field that's being projected and you're attracting out based on your thoughts, emotions, actions, and what you're holding on to. Now, when you experience those things over and over and over again, or you're feeling stuck, you often feel, and when you can release them, you often feel a sense of release, a sense of relief, peace, joy, love, and happiness come back. You may also, once you've released and let go, or even acknowledged that there's something there that you've been holding on to and that you're ready to let it go, you may notice that the circumstances around you or the people or situations around you begin to change. Sometimes for absolutely no logical reason. Because you've decided to shift, clear, transform whatever's sitting in your energetic field and to bring in something new. And what you'll notice then is that new opportunities, ideas, people, situations, and experience start flowing into your life as a result. So that's the why we release and let go. How do we do that? Now, some of the common ways that you might notice yourself releasing and letting go are crying. Tears are a beautiful way of releasing emotions that are stuck in our energetic field. Laughter, joy is something that we can transform with. Play and fun is something we can transform and transmute with. So is anger, screaming, yelling into a pillow, and even punching a boxing bag or exercising where you're physically moving your body and allowing that pent up anger or frustration or stress or anxiety to move and to let go or for the hold of those to be released. Some of the best other ways of shifting and transforming your thoughts, your emotions, and your experiences is simply by acknowledging them to start with. We cannot shift, transform, or clear anything that we're not willing to acknowledge as it is. And we can do that by giving voice to it. So sometimes you might hear that as speaking your truth. What that means is giving voice. I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel hurt, I feel impatient, I feel frustrated, whatever might be there, give voice to it. Because as soon as you do that, the hold that those emotions have on you energetically in your vibrational field is released. The hold is let go of, right? And your heart is meant to feel the range of emotions in your life. Your voice, your throat is meant to express them. So we feel and express, feel and express. So give voice, whether that's in your own mind's eye or whether that's through physically talking out. And, one of the things that I do is I have people in my world sometimes that I can call out to and say, hey, can you just hold space? I need to give voice to something. And when they hold space, they don't say, don't give advice, don't lead that. They might ask me some questions. And how's that making you feel? And why do you feel that? And what do you think that's there for? I have my own truth. And so by giving voice and having someone hold space, I can find that truth for me. The other way that you can do that is use a process of journaling and writing. If you need to physically do something, journaling is beautiful for letting all of your inner thoughts and fears and emotions and experiences out onto a piece of paper, and that releases their hold. You can also connect with spirit and your intuition and your higher self and ask for awareness on what it is you're ready to let go of and what it is you're ready to release from your world or no longer experience. All of these things are there to help you gain a deeper understanding of you, of what you're experiencing, of what your thoughts are, what your emotions are, what your actions, your ways of being are in the world. So as I take a breath there, I'd like to ask you and invite each of you who are listening or watching to just take a moment to breathe into your heart space. Just taking that beautiful big breath and to become aware and to become present to what you're thinking. Are you clear? Are you confused? And to also become aware of what you're feeling. Is your body tight? You got pains? Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, sad, hurt, fearful, frustrated, angry? And what you're experiencing in the world, what is it you're experiencing around relationships and love, around business and finances, around work, around your health and well-being? Whatever area it is in your world, as you're breathing and really allowing yourself to use this space to become aware. And then as you take your next breath, I'd like you to invite your main spirit team, your higher beings that are there to guide you, to step forward and connect with you. And to just allow your breath to draw them closer into your energy field, to bring them in. And just trust and know that they're there as soon as you call on them. And I'd like to then ask you to, in your mind's eye or out loud, whichever works for you, to just ask your main spirit team to help you become aware of any relationships, experiences, situations, or even events in your life that it's time to let go of and to release. Just take a moment to let that Drop into the space, into your awareness, into your mind, into your heart. And I want you to continue focusing on your breath. And either out loud or in your mind, I want you to say, I now fully release and let go of any relationships, experiences, situations or events in my world, in my life, which no longer align with my highest purpose, my highest path, or my values and what's important to me in life. I now fully surrender any negative, fear-based or toxic energy attached to these experiences, situations, relationships, or events in my life, past or present. And I ask the universe, Spirit, Source, the Divine, to open the door and attract to me through ease, joy, and love those relationships, experiences, situations, or events which are aligned with my highest path, my highest purpose, and with what I value and find most important in life. And I step into this next phase of my journey with full trust and full faith in my own knowing and my own guidance and my connection to universe, source, the divine. So it is, so it shall be. And I hope that you really allow yourself to feel into that process and to allow that to land. Just allow the universe and the divine and spirit to support you in letting that go, letting that release. There's nothing else you need to do. When you fully let go, you are surrendering those strong emotions, those thoughts, the stuck situations, the challenging experiences, the difficult relationships, and you are moving from a state of resistance into one of allowing the divine, allowing them to come into you and flow to you. What you desire, what you dream of, what you need to flow to you with ease and grace, joy and love. Whether you accept what is in the present moment is up to you, or you resist what is in the present moment. Allow yourself to simply be in the now. Come into the moment and acknowledge what is. And allow yourself to have solutions to any situations or problems that you might be experiencing to present themselves. And allow those solutions to be in your highest and greatest and best good for all involved. Remember, when you hold on to negative thoughts, emotions, situations, or experiences, you are going to attract in people, situations, events, and circumstances that are similar energetically, so that the universe, the divine source, can make you aware of what's present in your field, in your energetic field, and what is important for you to release and let go of, so that you can move forward with ease, grace, joy, and love, and be all of who you are meant to be in life. So, as I wrap up this episode and start to close down this container of this beautiful, deep, intimate conversation about releasing and letting go, I invite you to get busy with releasing and letting go in life, and to invite you to step into allowing what is in your highest and best good to come to you now. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope that you have received the guidance, wisdom, insight that you need, and have had the space to move through, release, and let go of whatever's coming up for you. If you would like some extra support or help through a reading or coaching program, please jump onto my website, thebarefootmedium.com.au, or you can connect with me further through Facebook and Instagram, The Barefoot Medium. And I wish you a beautiful month ahead, and I thank you so much for connecting in with me for Barefoot with Spirit podcast. And I look forward to connecting with you again next time. Thank you so much, and have a blessed month as you move forward.